Hello and welcome back to part 2 of crocheting your beginner headband. So right now I am right where I left off in part 1. I am still working on row 2 of single crochet. I am going to do most of this off camera and I will meet you back when I am at the last 2 stitches of my row, and I will show you how to do that end, turn over, and go into the final row of single crochet before we get to our half double crochet. I am at the end, so I got my last stitch right here. I'm going to go through, single crochet, yarn over, pull through. Now we're at the end, so we're going to go through these 2 right here. And like I said, it is always so difficult, especially when you're starting out and if you had high tension, to get your hook through those last 2. I call it kind of like the side of the project. And then pull through, going to chain up 1 and then turn over. Now the method that I do makes the edges very, very crispy. There are some things that people do that just kind of make the sides look wonky. I will not teach you how any of the other people do it, so skip that first one and we're going to go into the second stitch and single crochet right into that, and this will be our last row of single crochet before we get to the half double crochet. Now I wanted to kind of show you guys, once you get the muscle memory down, it goes so much faster, but if you are beginning, you will not be at that pace yet, so do not feel bad. It takes months to years to build up that pace. So we're going to slowly go in through here. See the 2 on top, yarn over, pull through. And I will once again meet you once I reach to the end of my row, turn over, and then we'll start the half double crochet. All right, loves, we are at the end of row 3. So we are finishing up our last single crochet, and at the end we're going into the side of the work, pulling through and up. Now for a half double crochet, we are going to be chaining up 2. 1, 2, and then we turn our work. So we are still going to do the yarn over, skip that first one and go into that second stitch. This is one of my favorite stitches. Pull up just like you would with a single crochet, but now you see 3 on your hook, yarn over, and we are going to go through all 3. Yarn over, go into that next stitch, pull up, yarn over, let that hook catch on to that yarn, and we're going to pull through all 3 that were on the hook. Do that again. Yarn over, go through the stitch, yarn over and pull up, yarn over again, and pull through. Now I love half double crochets because it's almost the same, as you can see, like 2 rows, and you just did it with 1 row. So it's more kind of time saving if you're trying to get a lot of length. And the muscle memory with this makes it feel like you're just gliding through your project. I am obsessed with this. There's some people out there who solely just crochet in half double crochet because there's not a lot here. Actually, I'm going to backtrack that sentence. I was about to say I don't want to overwhelm people who are not used to crochet in all of our terms, but it is one of my absolute favorites. So we are going to be doing 2 rows of half double crochet. So I will meet you back once I get to the end of my first row of half double crochet. I'm on the last few stitches of my first row of half double crochets. Yarn over, pull through that last stitch, pull up, yarn over, and go through all 3 loops. Now we're going to go back into the side. So still yarn over, go in through that side, pull up, go through all 3 once again. Tighten that up a bit, and we're going to chain 1, 2, because we will complete our second row of half double crochets. So just like always, skip that first, yarn over, we're going to go into that second one, yarn over, pull up, go through all 3. Ta-da! And you should see that this is mostly straight. And if it's not on yours, it's totally okay. What's happening is your tension. So you could be counting correctly, not missing anything. When you are learning the mechanics and getting that muscle memory down, tension is one of the last things that come to you. So do not feel bad if you're noticing your piece is going in and out as you're adding on rows. That is not on you. That is just part of the beginning stage. Things don't look like something that someone's done for years. I don't want that to make you feel like you're doing something wrong. Crochet is something that you must practice with. And I know we all get really upset if we're not great at something the first time we try it. I should find some of my first projects just so you can see how crazy these things looked. But once again, yarn over, pull through, do it again. All right, and then I will meet you at the very end of this row, and then we will start our next row of single crochet. I'm at the end of my row of half double crochet. So yarn over, go through the stitch, pull up, yarn over, pull through all 3 loops, yarn over, go in through the side stitch, pull up, yarn over, go through all 3 hoops. Now, since we're doing a single crochet, just chain up 1, turn over your work, and we will be doing 3 rows of single crochet. So skip the first one and go into the second chain. I think that's what people say. They either say chain, stitches. Even though we all have similar vocabulary, I feel like sometimes we call things differently, which is why when you go through patterns, they all seem so different. We even write patterns differently. Now, I will have another tutorial on how to read patterns and understand what it is and go through the abbreviations. And I do all of that in my in-person class here in Louisville. But for the single crochet stitch, just as a reminder, I'll slow down here. Go in, pull up, only 2 loops, yarn over, pull through. Go right in, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2 hoops. Because remember, with the half double, we were yarning over. We're not doing that when it comes to single crochet. We're just going to go straight in, pull up, go through 2, because we don't need that additional height when it comes to single crochet like we do with a half double. Now I'll meet you at the end of all 3 rows so I can show you what we do. I'm hoping to try and get everything done in part 2. If not, I will show you how to sew it together to make a really cute twisty headband in the front. So I will meet you once I completed all 3 rows of my single crochet. Before I leave you alone to do 3 rows of single crochet, I just realized something. Our previous row was a half double crochet, so that end is going to look way different than what you've been doing for this entire project. So we're going to do single crochet to finish out this row, single crochet again. This is actually that first chain that you did. So that's still considered like the front of the work. Now we're going to go in through here and go in through the side of our work. Go through, chain up, 1 and turn over. So that will leave you something very straight. And once again, skip that first stitch and go into the second and complete your second row of single crochets. And I'll meet you back when I have finished all 3 rows. I am beginning row 3 of single crochet, and I will meet you back here in a few moments when I am at the end and we will fasten off our project. All right, I am at the end of my 3rd row of single crochet. So we're going to single crochet and then go into the side of our work, single crochet. Now we are going to cut and fasten off, and in part 3 I will show you how to do that, how much to cut off, and then how to join the ends for your piece.